Okay guys, so I am super duper exhausted and sweaty and hot right now, so please excuse my appearance, but I really wanted to get this video out before we got too far into September, and so here I am filming this right now. We just got back from like a club we do. It's like a book club slash they play like dodgeball and like outdoor sports, and we live in Houston, Texas. It is very hot where we live, so it was super hot, but the kids had a blast. Every time we do this, we hadn't gone this summer. We'd like taken a break from that club, and now that this was our first one back for the fall for the new school year, and it's so much fun. Like every time we do it, I'm reminded of why we do it, why we take the time and the effort to go and do it, because it's a lot of fun. It's really cool. And even my oldest, who's 16, down to my littlest, who is almost 4 in just a couple days, enjoy it. So, or at least my oldest sometimes, like, he'd probably say he wouldn't want to go, but like he ends up enjoying it and gets to work out and stuff. So anyway, welcome to my channel. So today we're just gonna do a quick August recap, like back to school recap. It's already September 12th, so we are well into September. We started school, I think, the beginning of August. I really need to like figure this out, because I'm like, how many weeks have we been doing school? Pretty sure like maybe first or second week of August. So we're probably nearing 6 weeks, which I feel like that really starts to show like how things are going in your homeschool after that amount of time, if you've been consistently doing school and haven't taken any breaks or anything for that long. So I think I have a good view of our school so far and how I want this year to go and everything, and I feel really good. Honestly, guys, I feel like I'm killing it. That sounds like so, like I'm just like patting myself on the back, but like I feel like I've worked so hard to get to this point. Now, is everything perfect? Absolutely not. Did I lose my cool today when we were trying to get to our club and my kids were moving too slow, and I definitely should have started school like an hour earlier for this club, and I'm still figuring things out as far as our schedule goes and stuff. 100% yes, like it's not perfect, but I feel like my kids' education right now is just, it's in a sweet spot. Like I feel so proud of all of the time and effort that I've put in. I feel like my kids are getting to an age where I can really focus on their school. I don't have like, my youngest is about to be 4, so I don't have any like babies or toddlers, which is sad, honestly. But it's also like, okay, we're entering this new chapter in our lives, and it makes things a lot easier for school. It's just so many things. So anyway, I'm going to update you guys on it all and just why I think that I'm killing it as far as our kids' education goes and everything we're doing. And then of course some things that I probably need to tweak and all of that. But I'm just going to, let you know about our curriculum and our routines and just how things have gone in August / a little bit into September as far as our homeschool goes. So one big update. I feel like this is a major update. I want to cry. It makes me emotional. But we have another reader. We have a new reader. I'm a drama queen, I know. Don't worry. I know. But it's just like, it takes, oh my gosh. Okay. It takes a lot of effort. A lot of effort to get your kids reading. And it was so funny because they read like cat or whatever, and my 8-year-old is like, well, that's just the beginning, bud. Like, you got a ways to go. Like, he's still working on his reading, years later, because there's a lot of words, a lot more words than just cat out there. But that first initial, when they finally are able to like blend the letters together a little bit and just read a full word and multiple words and read, he's read 2 little books. We're doing The Good and the Beautiful. He's read 2 of their little reading books, and this is my guy that I struggled with. Like, he resists. He's my kid who resists things, and he's such a special guy. He's just different than all of my other kids, and just seeing him finally reading, it just makes me so proud. It makes me so excited for him. And I'm just like, it's a relief. Even though it's like, like just like my 8-year-old is saying, like the work has just begun, honestly. And now we're like, we kind of had a tough day today, like with some motivation on reading all the words and everything like that. But we push through, and it's just like short and sweet lessons Monday through Friday. And I feel like he's made really good progress as we've like stuck consistently to our routine of doing his school. So I'm so proud of him, and I want to make a whole video on teaching your kids to read, specifically using The Good and the Beautiful, because I have somewhat tried other programs like Logic of English, All About Reading. There's one more that I can't remember, but anyway, Teach Your Child to Read 100 Easy Lessons and more. And I will say I like The Good and the Beautiful the most. I just do. Maybe it's what I'm most used to, but honestly, I feel like I've tried things and I've gone back to it because it's what I like. So I just like how it's short and sweet and very organized and clean. It just works for my brain. And there's different brains out there, different mom brains out there, and that probably All About Reading works better for. But for me and my mom brain, I'm not the most organized person. I also want to make a video on being a type B homeschool mom, because I am 100% type B. I've been talking about that in some of my like recent vlogs I've done on this channel. And like my room makeover, which that's another thing that happened this month in August, is I switched this room around again, so the background may look a little different. Nothing crazy, but I kind of put things back the way they were before, so it's, you know, makeover. But I added like a calendar. I don't know, go watch the video if you want to see what we did. But it has been working much better. This is, at least for now, the way the room needs to be set up. Now, future Madison, when she has a kindergartner next year, when my youngest is in kindergarten, that's her problem. She's going to need probably another desk, and she's going to have to deal with that. But that's like future Madison. That's me in like the summer, you know, like me, Madison, I don't need to worry about that. But like future Madison, like next summer, 2026 summer, she's going to have to worry about that. But anyway, for what we're doing now with a preschooler, a first grader, a third grader, my high schooler does not come in here and do anything in here. So those are the kids that are ages that are in here. This is what works. I kind of have like a toy area because I still have a preschooler and a first grader, still very young ones. And then I have like desks for the bookwork and all of that. So this setup, and then I have my own desk and everything, which is really nice. I still have my printer in here. I wasn't so sure about it because it's so bulky and ugly, but it's nice to have it right here. It's convenient and functional. I have to remind myself, not everything has to be pretty. You have to make things functional, Madison. So anyway, I'm liking our setup of our room. I have my little guys do here. They take turns. Jack and Charlie take turns at this desk, and it's nice to have them just right here next to me since they're so little. And then it's good to have some space between the kids, if you know what I mean, with this. So anyway, that's gone well. But yeah, I feel like my disorganized brain needs... Charlie, I'm working. No, I'm filming. Okay, I'll get you more in just a second.
Okay.
Go. Thank you. For my disorganized brain, having something so simple and clear just works. So anyway, I'm going to make a whole video about teaching your kids to read now that I've gotten 2 kids reading, basically strictly using The Good and the Beautiful. I'm going to make a video on that, but he's reading, you guys. And it's starting to dawn on me that like finally we can get to a point, like now I have 3 readers. My oldest I did not teach how to read. He went to public school and learned how to read there. But you know, my 8-year-old has been reading for years now and can read. I actually have some stuff to say about him and something I got for him I'm really liking. But and then now with my little first grader finally reading, you know, I'm gonna work really hard to like get him going so that he can start to read little books, and then I can just see us being this reading family, like going to Barnes and Noble together and picking out books together and having special reading time. Like, I'm just excited about it. I feel like a whole new world opens up for your kids when they can read. It's so important, obviously. And so I'm just really excited for him, and we are dedicated to this. It's a lot of work and a lot of time. My daughter who's in preschool, she's doing the preschool with The Good and the Beautiful. That's going great. She's on lesson 46. She loves school. So like she's the opposite of my son that I just taught how to read, she is like so excited about it. Like she can get through all the flashcards. Like sometimes she gets a little like antsy or starts to be silly and I have to kind of redirect her to like pay attention. But for the most part, she's like all about it, loves it, wants to do it. Like for my boys, I did not have them do their preschool work every day because you really don't need to, but it's more like 3 days a week for them. But she wants to and like insists and wants to go first. So she does it Monday through Friday, just like them. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. She's going to be done with this soon. There's only, in the Good and the Beautiful preschool, there's only 90 lessons. So she'll move from the kinder prep. Oh, and that's another update I need to update you guys on. So we were doing the kinder prep with Jack, but I started to notice, I was like, I think he's ready. Like, I think he's ready to read. So I started to kind of skip lessons and go ahead, and the kinder prep is perfect. Like it is so good. I 100% recommend, don't just do their preschool. You need to do the kinder prep too. Like I kind of forgot about it. You guys reminded me. So important. So we, we're doing that, but then I was like, I don't want to waste my time on this, like, because he is in first grade. I want him to start his kindergarten, like, level with the Good and the Beautiful. So we started it and he's doing it. He's doing it. We tried last year to do the kindergarten. Ooh, no. He was not ready. It was not going well. So it's finally going well. He's finally reading, and it's still, can be tiring sometimes. Learning to read is tiring. It's a lot of work and it's tiring for a young kid. It's a lot of effort and it's tiring for me too, but we're doing it. So once he kind of got what he needed from the kinder prep, I just was like, let's just go ahead and go into the kindergarten level, and he's doing great with it now. So I was glad that I made that decision because I would like for him to get through the kindergarten level like faster. I'm gonna like try to skip some lessons and just focus mostly on the little books that they have on the booster cards. The booster cards, like he's on booster card 4 now. And so this is what I'm gonna like focus mostly on. And then the workbook is really useful and really reinforces things. So I'm definitely gonna use it, but like I don't mind skipping some lessons on that or whatever, just to kind of move him along. He is also still doing the kindergarten, the Good and the Beautiful math. And that's only because I used Math with Confidence for like half the year or a little bit more than half the year and got sick of it. And so I am happy though. I'm really happy with the kindergarten math. We are going through it very quickly and we'll be done with it soon because he does great with math and numbers and stuff. So, but one other update I wanted to say just about our schooling and why I feel like I'm killing it is classical conversations. Sorry if you hear my stomach growl. I'm starving. I'm making myself some steak. I'm doing mostly carnivore diet-ish. I've lost intermittent fasting / carnivore, but I also like cheat and have like protein bars and stuff. I've lost 17 pounds so far. So anyway, I'm hungry. And we also just were like outside doing stuff. So, and have had a full school day. One more minute. So anyway, I feel like classical conversations has been like just the perfect addition to our homeschool. Like just perfect. I love that it's only once a week that you go to community day. My kids are still in foundations. Next year, Henry will be old enough for essentials as well. So that'll be interesting, but we're not there yet. Future Madison's problem. But for foundations, my 3 little ones, it's like from 9 to noon-ish. They have lunch there and we play. Last week we did Gaga Ball and that was a lot of fun. My kids love Gaga Ball. My kids are very sporty. But what I think is so good about this is classical conversations has allowed me to be really consistent and good with their science and history and like math facts. Like you do a lot of skip counting and grammar and even incorporating Latin. Like I have wanted to use the TalkBox Mom. Oh my gosh, did one of my kids steal it? It's missing. But my TalkBox Mom Spanish curriculum. I've been wanting to use that, but it's just like, it feels overwhelming and I just haven't fit it in. But like with classical conversations, you're just doing the songs. Like for the first 2 weeks, Latin, it's I don't know, my kids could sing it for you. It's like O-S-T-M-S-N-M-S, and I don't know. They can sing it. I can't even sing it. But anyway, it's just, they're just practicing these songs and eventually they will like apply it later on. And I think maybe we'll like get our own little Latin curriculum or something. But just like hitting on all of these things each day. We do a timeline song of like the entire history, and we've been working on memorizing that and the hand motions for that. So it just really feels like we're hitting things strong with that. And then I am incorporating like Bible. We always read our Bible, of course, and then like our kids' Bible. And then I get to pick whatever read aloud I want. And I've been preferring that over sunlight. Last year we did a lot of sunlight, and I got sick of always having to like do what they wanted me to do. I think that my personality, which I'll talk about this in my like type B homeschool mom video, but my personality is like, I need a little bit of freedom somewhere. And like, you know, when you're learning to read or you're doing math, you really need to follow some steps and like stick to a routine and like check off the boxes. But when it comes to like history or science or like composer study, artist study, language, you can be a little bit more free and fun, especially when you still have little ones that are just like in early elementary school. So that has been just a great addition for us, and I kind of knew it would be because I did a lot of research last year. I visited 2 communities. I watched tons of YouTube videos. Like, I did a ton of research. It's been great for my oldest too. It's been great, like, accountability for him, someone else to answer to for the work that he needs to do. That has helped me so much. So it's been great overall, and we've really enjoyed it, had a lot of fun, made friends, and it's just a great thing that we're doing. So I feel like that checks off the box. We do it during our morning time, and we have our community day, and it just really checks off like a big box for me. And then I feel like though it still allows a lot of freedom, and like we've been doing our beautiful feet around the world in picture books study. I've been loving that. That's been super fun, but like I am really free and pick and choose what I want to do with that. It's not a check the box like sunlight. It's like there's just lesson 1, lesson 2, and I kind of pick and choose what I want to do. I have decided I think I'm going to do, I was also doing the science space for little hands and hearts from the Good and the Beautiful. My kids love that. We did a couple lessons of that, but for my mind, it's hard for me to go back and forth with the history and the science, like the beautiful feet and the science. So what I think I want to do is just do just history for like, a few months, and then switch to just science for a few months instead of doing like Monday, Wednesday history and Tuesday, Thursday science. You know what I mean? I think for my brain, that's just like what works for me more. I get more like excited and interested in like one thing, and I really like to hyper fixate on that one thing. So I think that will work better for me. So that's what I've decided to do. Even though my kids miss the space science and like want to get back to that, we will. I just want to kind of focus on one thing at a time, so that's been great. And then, like I said, The Good and the Beautiful is going fantastically. Jack is finally reading, which just feels like such a weight off my shoulders, just knowing that we're getting there. Like we've reached that barrier. There's like a barrier of like learning all the letters and the sounds and all, and then blending and finally being able to like read those little words. That just, it's great. So I'm so proud of him for that. And then my 8-year-old has been doing The Good and the Beautiful for math and English, and that's been going great for him too. It's longer. He's only doing level 2 for the language arts, but he's doing level 3 for the math. It is a little bit longer, and I bet it would be even longer if he was doing level 3 from The Good and the Beautiful language arts, which is something I'd like to get him to. I just don't know when, because he's definitely like level 2 is right for him right now. He still has some words he's working on learning to read and stuff with the booster cards from level 2. So that's been a good choice to stick with that. Because, like last year I tried different things in his 2nd grade year, and we're just back to The Good and the Beautiful. It's worked much better for us. The spelling, a lot of people ask me about the spelling with The Good and the Beautiful, and today I was just like, I like this. Like, it's very simple and short and sweet, but it definitely, like, they come back around with the words. Like, he's been learning how to spell, like, search and young and only and upon. And if he forgets it, I make him write it 5 times, which I feel like this is, like, my evil mom coming out, because my mom, when I would have spelling tests once a week, in, like, typical school, you had spelling tests once a week. When I was studying for that, if I got a word wrong, she would make me write it 5 times, and I would cry. Like, cry. Like, I hated it. And I'm like, I'm never doing this to my kids. And then here I am making him do it. And he doesn't cry. He's not quite as dramatic as I was, but he definitely gets mad and doesn't like it and gets annoyed. But it does the trick. It definitely helps get into your brain. So I'm like, just continuing that evil cycle. But anyway, I feel like the spelling is going well. We also do spelling, you see, and we love spelling, you see. That has been going fantastic, especially the longer we do it, the more he gets used to it and just knows what to do. So I only have to help him a little bit. That has been a great, like, kind of individual thing. His handwriting through the Good and the Beautiful and his spelling, you see, those are like his little individual things he does right now. I would like to add on Beast Academy Online, but we're not quite there yet. But that's like another thing I'd like to add on. But yeah, that is going great. No complaints. I feel like it's the right amount of time that we spend on his school. You know, he should be longer than his brother who's in first grade or his sister who's in preschool. Obviously, she's the shortest, even though she would rather be the longest. But something else I got for my third grader, which I thought I'd share with you guys, that I was looking into like a subscription box for books for him, because sometimes it's hard for me to find books. And like I said, my dream is to like go to Barnes & Noble and we all like spend hours there picking out books. That was my childhood. But like Charlie, my almost 4-year-old, she's still like kind of annoying at Barnes & Noble, like very annoying actually. It's still kind of hard to do, and finding the time with all their activities and stuff can be hard to do. So I wanted like to get some kind of subscription, book subscription, so that we could just have some books that we get to try. And this I think is going to be perfect. Okay, I say it wrong. I'm like literary, but I think it's like literary or something like that. Is it? Or literati. Literati. That's what it is. I told my friend about it and she already knew about it. She's like, I think you're saying that wrong. Yeah, literati is what we did. And so basically I just put on like his reading level. I put that he was like on grade level for third grade. I really didn't know. I mean, we're doing second grade, Good and the Beautiful. So it's like, is he on grade level? I don't know. But that was right. That was the right choice. So I'm glad I did that. And then I just clicked some of his preferences. And so then you get this fun box each month. It's like $11 a month. And you get this box that comes, and you get like stickers and bookmarks and stuff, which is fun. But then you get your books, and you can choose if you want to buy the book, and they claim they give you like a better deal almost. They claim they give you a better deal than like, you know, this is not sponsored by the way, but they claim they give you a better deal for them. So you can buy them if you want, if you have a book you love, but if you don't want to buy it, you just package it up and send it back within that month. And then that's it. All you did was pay the $11 for like the, you know, service of like kind of renting these books, I guess. But he got Bad Kitty, It Takes the Test. He got all, they sent him all comic book type style, which I think is great for him. I don't think he's really ready. I mean, he reads chapter books on his own, but he can get a little bored. And so I think this is fun because it still has pictures and stuff like that, and that gives him context as he's reading on his own. So I do get worried when he's reading on his own, like, is he retaining it? I will ask him, like, hey, tell me what happened in that chapter, and he's able to tell me. And so that gives me an idea of like, okay, I've given him a book he's like able to read, and he's old enough to be like, yeah, I'm getting this or I'm not. But I like to ask him like, oh, what's it about? And he enjoys telling me, so that goes well. And then Bach Ness Monster. I thought this one was really cute looking. Just another kind of comic book style graphic novel or comic book. I don't know what they call it these days. And then Trouble Town. This one looks cute. It's got like a little donut as a house. There's these regular houses and this guy has a donut house. So that looked fun. I tried to look through these to make sure there's no like things that go against our core beliefs or anything like that. I'm fine with a little bit of silliness. Boys like funny. Boys are, like, this is what bothers me about the Good and the Beautiful specifically. Boys are not like, oh, look at this beautiful scene of this beautiful turtle just walking slowly across this rock. Isn't that so relaxing and serene? And my boys are like, let's smash the turtle, let's fight, blood, blah, you know, like they make blood on their, which Henry started this, and now already my first grader, my third grader started this in kindergarten, and already my first grader, he's adding blood to these like little serene pictures that They're like this serene, like, oh, like it'll be like some mushrooms, and like Henry will be like, those are poison mushrooms. And Jack said the same thing, and they did not talk about that. So funny. Or like, this owl's about to attack its prey. Like, they don't want to see these sweet little, you know, things. It's boring to them. It's fake. It's not real. It's not like, are we neutering our boys? You know what I mean? Like, there's a difference between inappropriate stuff and then also just like real life, and like the real life of a little boy and what they're into. They like funny, they like silly. So anyway, I am not the kind that's gonna villainize books that have funny stuff in it, but I don't want like certain things that the media or whatever might be trying to put in books to like, you know, get to kids. I don't want that. But so I did try to make sure they're not in these, and I haven't seen them so far. And my 8-year-old, he's very much the kid that will tell me like if something weird's going on. But anyway, Cloud Puppy. This one, he said, looks like something for Charlie, my daughter. So I do think they kind of missed on this, because I agree. It looks girly. It's like, oh, are they going to stay friends or whatever? It was like the synopsis of this. So that did sound more like a girly thing. And then his favorite, the one, so those he hasn't read yet. And the one he's reading right now, so the one he's reading right now is perfect, because I did put spooky books, because my kids like scary stuff. Like, I was super sensitive and a scaredy cat. I think my daughter, my youngest, is too. She's going to be like how I was, but my boys are not. And it may be a boy thing. Although, no, we have boys that are like our best friends, and they're scaredy cats. So, you know, maybe it's more common in girls. I don't know. Anyway, but my boys are not scared. They actually like scary stuff. So this one is called Spirited. It's pretty cute. I've read like a few chapters to like just make sure it was okay. And now he's on like chapter 4 or something like that. But it's like about this girl living live, and she goes to a school where everyone's dead, like they're ghosts, and they call her Living Live. And it just is fun because, you know, we're getting into the spooky season. We decorate our house for Halloween. We go all out. I have a friend who's kind of like against Halloween. So we laugh about it. Like, we can have different opinions. Oh my goodness. We can disagree on certain things. Like, Christians can disagree on whether you celebrate Halloween or not, and yet you could still be best friends. Like, what? Yes, we can disagree, you guys. That's all I'm going to say about that. Let's learn to be okay with disagreeing. But anyway, that's our thing. We're into Halloween and stuff. We think it's fun. So anyway, he picked this as his first read. So, and he's liked it. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that with you guys because I think it's a pretty cool. I was like looking into a lot of these things. I think they might even have it for adults too. But I figured for $11 a month, if we just return all the books, that's pretty good. And if he has a book he just loves and has to have, then that's great. That means he found a book he loves and we'll buy it. So anyway, that's that. What other updates did I want to give y'all? So yeah, I feel like our routine is really good. I made a whole video on our routine, so definitely check that out if you want to know about our routine. But I feel like we have a really good routine. The only thing I noticed today, I need to start school an hour earlier. So we've been starting about 9 o'clock. I really need to start at 8, which just means I need to wake up earlier. I don't like waking up early. I want to be a morning person. I feel like I'm so much more productive. Like, I would do my workout every morning. I feel really proud of myself for that. I feel like I'm so much more productive when I wake up early, but it's hard for me. I'm tired. I need my sleep. It's just, I am a tired person, especially certain times of the month. I'm like more tired, and I've been kind of struggling with my hormones and stuff. So anyway, I need to start school a little bit earlier. So besides that though, I feel like we have a really good routine with our morning time, that we sit at the table, breakfast table, and then we come in here and do our individual subjects. And I feel like we're able to like balance that with playing and downtime and all of that. Specific toys that they get to like be exciting because they can only play them during school time and stuff like that. So that's been going well. Our activities, oh my goodness, we have so many activities and they've all started back up, and I'm kind of, but then I also love it because I feel like my kids are getting these amazing opportunities to learn these skills. And like chess club, we do that with all the way up from Carter to my youngest, and that's amazing, and we all have a blast. I feel like I really like the things like chess club, and then our club that's like the book and dodgeball sporty type club. I feel like those I really like because they're the whole family, like our whole homeschool family, all the ages together doing something, and that just makes my heart happy. And then of course all our other things I love too, but they are more like separate, like Charlie's doing dance. She's so cute doing her dance. And she's doing gymnastics. The boys are also doing gymnastics with her. They may stick with gymnastics, or they may end up like focusing more in on like a sport. I can see her probably picking gymnastics and dance as like her sport, her main sport. So I don't know, we'll see. She does say she wants to play soccer, but we don't have enough time. So the boys are doing, Jack and Henry are both doing soccer. Carter works out 3 times a week with his dad. I would really love to do CrossFit with him one day. I'm not on that level yet, but I'm gonna keep working out, keep losing weight, and hopefully I can get to the level of like being physically fit enough to do CrossFit, and I can wake up early enough and me and Carter could go together. I think that would be really fun. Almost done. So anyway, things are going good, guys. Like, I just feel like our individual subjects, we've gotten to a really good routine with that, really enjoying that. I feel like our morning time is really good. Our group subjects are really good. My oldest is doing well with his online classes and his classical conversations. That has been like, I feel like classical conversations has like filled a hole that was missing in our homeschool. And then my routine of this year only doing activities in the afternoon so that we can be really consistent with our school, that has felt great as well and really productive. So I just feel like we're doing good. And you know, I've been working on this homeschool thing for many, many years. It's not easy. Some days are like, I'm tired every day. Like it's very tiring, but it's worth it. Just because something is tiring or hard does not mean it's not worth it or that you shouldn't do it. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean you should give up. So, I think I'm going to end this video because I think I've been talking way too long, but I just wanted to update you guys on how everything's going. I'm feeling really good about it all and really proud of my kids and all of the work that they have put in. And I do have like a plan in my head of when I want them to finish, like, so that I want Henry to get caught up in his language arts with the good and the beautiful. I want Jack to get caught up with his language arts, the good and the beautiful, and his math. So I've got like kind of a plan for that. Charlie is right on track and probably going to be ahead. So that's always nice. But I feel like that's a juggling act because a lot of times people say like, it's okay if they're behind, which is true. Like behind who or whatever, like that is true. It's okay. But I would prefer not to be. Like I would prefer to like strive for it. And I think that in homeschooling, sometimes it's not just like just because Charlie's ahead right now doesn't mean she won't get behind at some point. You know what I mean? Like I think it ebbs and flows. And so you just got to keep striving to do your absolute best, striving for excellence. So that's what we're doing, and I feel really, really proud of us. So anyway, definitely give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. That just tells YouTube that you liked my video. They might suggest it to others, which supports my channel. Definitely subscribe if you're new and click the bell to be notified when I post new videos. See you next time. Bye.